There have been a lot of Darth Maul action figures over the years, but none have had a face sculpt this good. It's literally like you took Darth Maul and shrunk him down into 1/6 scale. Let's open him up, check it out, and of course do some toy photography. Well, Darth Maul, arguably one of the coolest, if not the coolest, Star Wars characters ever. He's been one of my favorite dudes since I was like 7 years old, but man, he is just such a loser. All he does is just lose, lose, lose. If you really think about it, it's true. But don't worry, Darth Maul, I love you so much. And this is a hot toy. A lot of people will say, hey, you should collect hot toys. Well, I do. I've got a pretty decent amount of them, but I don't usually do videos on them. And so this will be my first hot toy video. And this will also be the first of a new kind of series of videos I'll be doing called Shooting and Reviewing Mini, where it's all the good stuff you get from my normal shooting and reviewing videos. They'll just be a little bit shorter, under 10 minutes or so, all the good stuff. And don't worry, just like all of my toy hunt videos, these will be only additive. Just another thing to include in the weekly videos that I'll be putting out. So don't worry, just more stuff, that's all it is. And I can't wait to open him up. I pre-ordered him on sideshow.com. I'll have him linked in the description. So let's get to it and open him up. So this guy comes with a ton of stuff. Thank you, Hot Toys. We've got two faces, a very relaxed and a very angry, intense face. We've got a ton of hands, open hands, relaxed hands. This even looks like a forced choke hand right here, but I think this is probably for holding stuff. And then of course we've got lightsaber holding hands. We've got two different hilts. We've got a hilt that lights up that's just the double-sided, and we've even got a sliced in half hilt that can light up too. There's cords and everything, which is a little bit different. I'm not sure. The last lightsaber ones I dealt with was Qui-Gon, and they had the battery in the arm, which is a little different. So this will be very, very curious to me. So over here, we've got his very beautiful cloth robe, Sith robe. We've got a really great base. This is huge. This is the biggest base I've seen on a hot toy. I don't know. But he's also got the little probe over here, and we've got a flight stand. We've got his little bracelet he wears when he's checking things out. We've got the binoculars. We've got so much stuff here, Venom, including tools to help with stuff, and this little battery thing for the wires and for the light up stuff. So can't wait to check all this stuff out. Everything looks so freaking beautiful. So the first thing I want to do before I actually get into this is fix his eyes, because he just looks a little silly right now. I mean, come on. So this tool, there's a lot of tools I've seen with figures and stuff, but this is like really good. And there's little notches back there. If you see those, you should just be able to take this and move them around. Wow, there's the notches in there are perfectly sized to fit this little tool, and so fixing it's so easy. So that's gonna make it really easy. So the main reason why I decided to pick this figure up is because I was rocking with the Sideshow Darth Maul for a while, which is a really good looking figure. The face looks great, but I always kind of wanted to upgrade to a hot toy. And I didn't really like the Solo one because it had that older, chubby looking Ray Park face. Sorry, Ray, I love you, but I didn't like the figure. And that same kind of face sculpt was present on all the Clone Wars ones they did too, which I also didn't really like. And then once they drop this one in the Phantom Menace anniversary time period, this face sculpt was just like, oh my god, this is incredible. This is, whatever you're doing, Light, just knock it off. This is just the best looking Ray Park 1999 face sculpt ever. It looks just like him. There was also another option that had the bike. I wanted that one, but I didn't have the space, so this was the perfect one for me. And the figure's beautiful. The face sculpt's amazing. All of the accessories are incredible. The detail, obviously, in the soft goods is just up to the Hot Toys quality that you'd want, and it's even got some wired stuff going on here, so you can, it's just, I don't know. I'm not gonna know how a better Darth Maul figure could come out after this, in my opinion at least. It's really, really beautiful, and I'm just loving it. Whatever you're doing, just stop doing it. Are you dead or what? Okay, we're switching to that. Anyway, and the stand is great. It's beautiful. I love how big it is. It's definitely gonna be a little weird. I might have to do it like this so it can modularly fit on my shelf like that. But you know, a little bit of screwdriver in the back will help you get the flight stand all set up. And it really is great. I'm really, really loving this, and I can't wait to put it on the shelf with everything else. Okay, so sorry for changing the location, but this is right by an outlet, so it works out. Anyway, so if you want to get the light up thing to work, it's not like a little battery. You have to have it continuously plugged in, which kind of sucks, not gonna lie. And you also need to have a USB-C cord to plug it in. So however that works. And once you've got it plugged in, you just use this little adapter thingy, plug everything in. It's pretty straightforward, and then you can turn it on. And there it is. And so the lights are on. You can barely really see it. If I turn this off, maybe that'll look a little bit more prominent. But there it is. It's not crazy, but does the job. And I think I do prefer this. The other ones with the batteries and the arm was way too big of a pain in the butt. This is not the best, but it could be worse. So here he is in a more Tatooine kind of get up. Got the robe on him. The robe is beautiful. There's wires everywhere. There's such tiny little wires though, which is just, they're so incredibly seamless, and you can just get them on. You know, getting the hood sometimes is a pain to get it to lie nice and flat, but if you mess around with it a bit, you get it. And it's just like, it's crazy. It looks so incredibly beautiful. These are just the ultimate, like, I'm the coolest person ever for owning this piece, if you know what I mean. And he's got the little bracelet on there too. You can just pop them all off and switch it on. One of the things that's a little bit annoying that I've noticed is that the eyes are not super tight. They're not loose either, but I'm finding myself having to readjust his eyes a lot, because if I move something, I might move his eyes a little bit, which not a huge deal, but I wish it stayed in a little better. But last but not least, if you really want to utilize the flight stand for what it is, it's pretty friggin' easy. This was like, honestly, this is probably the easiest pose of everything I've done so far today. You know, the flight stand is great. If you loosen the thing up, you can move this up and down, you know, and it stays in so nicely. It holds him up so nicely. It withstands the weight so well. And the articulation on Hot Toys, you know, sometimes are better than others. But I think this is one of the better ones because he doesn't have a lot of restrictive stuff going on. And then if you mess around with the wires all in his little cape, it's just, it looks incredible. And with the lightsaber, which does actually pop in half if you want to have it after Obi-Wan slices it in half, you can do that. This might be what I use it on the shelf, to be honest. It's either between this one or with the cloak, I'm not sure, but damn, this looks good. I might just do this exact thing with the cloak. You know, I don't know. I don't have my Sideshow Maul anymore. I gave him away to my brother because I was getting a new one, so I don't have him to compare. But I do have the Hot Toys Qui-Gon Jinn to compare, and yeah, man, they look perfect. Look at these two guys. What a cool thing to have in my collection, and then I just feel so happy with these. Absolutely amazing. Okay, Venom, what are we giving him, a W or L? I'm giving him a W. He's exactly what I could have hoped for. I didn't have like any problems, or really any at all. It's fantastic, it's beautiful. It's what you'd expect from Hot Toys. So W for me. I'm assuming W from Venom too. Let's take him out and take a shot with him. So I haven't done a counter shot in a while, and you know what? I've had these Darth Maul Cokes for so long, and I've always wanted to do a photo, and now I've got the Hot Toy. Duh, this is obviously what I need to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a photo basically of me pouring it in like this, and you know, hopefully getting some cool splashes, and I'm gonna just remove my hands in Photoshop to make it look like Darth Maul is floating it. That's really gonna be it. I've got my rim lighting looking nice so I can get him all nice and crispy. It looks pretty good in camera. I'm gonna edit those lights out. And it's gonna look really good. I'm probably gonna also hold him up like this somewhere to add a little bit of extra fun to it. And that's gonna be it. The key to this shot will be fast shutter speed, and that's it. And good lighting. So let's go take the shot.